if I don't put this out now, it will never go out. This is a documentary that was ready 2 years ago. It was meant to go out with my music launch. I got so freaked out and I didn't do it because it's so cringe. There are so many moments in there that are beyond belief cringe. But we all have to start somewhere. So if I don't put it out, it won't happen. Here goes. Enjoy. 2021 is about music, baby. Feels like the end of a life and the beginning of something brand new, completely different. Do I want to be that kind of an artist? Please, Sorelle, please say yes.
And we've just been given a blank slate to say, make something cool.
We truly don't know what we are writing.
Honestly, this album is 2 things. Rock and sex.
It's kind of a lot to take on, a whole project, a whole album.
This is my actual dream. I love that. What is happening right now?
And we quickly learned that she was not gonna do things the normal way.
We're making music. Boom.
Shakalaka.
Be an artist, be an artist, be an artist, be an artist, be an artist. Scene 1, take 1. Perfect.
So we're rolling.
We're rolling.
Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Sorelle Amore, and I am a creative currently on a journey of exploring how to create a new type of art, which is music. Music has been on my horizon for 20 years now. I'm 31. I've wanted to since 11 to become a musician, but I think sometimes we spend our time defending reasons why we shouldn't pursue our dream instead of actually doing it. I mean, when you hear a good song and how it just makes you feel alive, oh, the depths of your soul, that's what I want to create. I want to help someone in a hard moment. I want also good messages in a song to come forward as well. Take the first step, which is, I guess, what I'm doing. So what's my story with music? Basically that I don't know anything about it except that it's really, really cool and it's dope and I love it. So in the next 30 days, I'm going to attempt to learn music production from scratch. I just Googled how to use a synthesizer. At least I know how to say it now, so that's a bonus. Perhaps this is a bit of a ridiculous thing. Don't laugh at me. I didn't know that you could basically make this MIDI sound like anything. So right now, what I'm playing is, it sounds like strings. I didn't know. I could do anything.
How did this all begin? Like, how did you start making music?
It was a lifelong dream. So I started at around 11, I was in a music competition. And I remember saying to myself, if I win this, then I'm going to pursue music. And I won it, except I never pursued anything because we quickly moved from Poland to Australia and everything just kind of went to shit. Then fast forward 20 years later, constantly thinking, I wish I did it, thinking there's no way, I'm not talented enough, it's too late. And I was like, well, fuck it, I might as well. And I just happened to be in Iceland, and Tom is a really good friend of mine that I met around 2020.
My name is Tom Hannay and I'm a musician, producer from England. I live in Iceland, and that's kind of how I got introduced to Sorelle. We met in Iceland when I was just moved here.
I remember just randomly one day sending him a text and saying,
have you got any songs that I could sing?
I could totally do that. Haha, joking. I really meant it though. And luckily he picked up on it.
And I was like, well, why don't we just like write a song together?
I am very excited. This feels like the first day of school. I've packed my lunch so I don't have to be distracted by needing to get food. And I'm on my way to meet coach / my partner, Tom. I have so many mixed emotions, feelings. This is literally a dream come true. Even just starting a journey like this brings tears to my eyes because it's been such a long time and sometimes you almost give up on your own dreams and then someone else is like, hey, how about that? And you're like, wow, that dream when I was really young, it might still have potential.
All right.
Oh, the beat is just so sick. We ended up doing a few songs together and learnt a lot. It was really fun. Kind of didn't think anything of it, but Tom was always in the background like, hey, maybe, we could do a little bit more. First day in the session, we completed one song and then halfway through another song, Tom is so casual. He's like, yeah, great work. And I was like, this is my actual dream. And you're just being so casual. I'm like, I'm cool. This is fun. But I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? My voice is now in that. I stood here like this. This was my dream come true for so long.
There was a learning curve for her because she'd never really been into a music studio before, let alone sing and write. So she was kind of just like, okay, you do your thing. And so I wrote about 5 songs, I think.
And then eventually, at the beginning of 2022, we actually took it seriously and signed a contract.
And we got Giannis and Sakaris involved, decided to kind of make a full album.
We're making music.
Tráenos el silencio, viento. Beneath the strains of time, the feeling disappears. You are someone else. I am still right here. Heard there was a secret chord and that David playing and it pleased the Lord, but you don't even care for music, do ya? Then the voices voices unknown. That's a head voice. Voices unknown que viene del desierto, viento. Tráenos el silencio. Huela, 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 huela con nosotros. Huela, 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 huela con nosotros. Y'all get it.
I'm Janus Rasmussen. I'm a music producer, and I met Sorelle through my friend Tom. I've lived in Iceland for a long time, so meeting Sorelle was kind of inevitable, I guess, in some sense. I've seen her on YouTube, basically, is what I'm saying.
My name is Sakaris Emil Johansson. I'm a songwriter, producer, musician, and I have been involved in the Sorelle album since the beginning.
Basically, somehow a song of ours got played while she heard it somewhere and she wanted to sing on it.
Tom at some point came to us and said like, you guys, this Sorelle, she's great, and I really want to start a project with her, and I want you guys involved. Tom was very keen on involving us in the whole process.
To be fair, from the very start of making music, I thought it was a really bad idea. When I won the singing contest when I was 11 and I was like, if I win this, I'm going to become a musician, I remember that thought so fucking vividly. It has not left my brain.
If your curiosity is specifically music, where you're like, I want to try music, or if the curiosity is like, what would it be to do something completely unconventional and dedicate some time to a project that I know nothing about and learn, like both of those are completely valid.
I've had this desire doesn't leave me. I've tried to bury it my whole life, and it's still like,
why?
Hello music, because I'm scared.
Just do it. I mean, I can give you the whole long pep talk version, or I can just be like, girl, stop playing, do it.
All right, fuck yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Follow your heart.
Follow my heart. Wow, that's so scary to admit. Musician? Because then you get to do fashion, music videos, crazy cool shows. Do I have the capability of producing art that is going to be actually desired by people? Fuck, like music videos that people are going to be like, oh my god, that was fucking amazing. Do I want to be that kind of an artist? Please, Sorelle, please say yes. Say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes. Be an artist, be an artist, be an artist, be an artist, be an
I was feeling pretty good about the project when we started, as it was Sakaris, Tom, and myself working on it, and I'm pretty used to working with them. So I thought probably it would be kind of hard to maybe get her started, as she hasn't worked in music before.
Every time that I got feedback from the boys about my singing or my skills, I was like, I don't know why they keep lying to me. Like, there's no chance I can do this.
But it was pleasantly surprising how good at the whole process she was, especially the creative side of it, which just tells you that being in the creative field really translates to other fields in the creative space, I guess.
And even when the album was signed, I was like, this is so dumb. Why are they taking this on? This doesn't make any sense why they're doing this project with me.
So she was really good at just, hearing what an idea, the potential in a raw idea was. And she, a lot of people would probably walk out the door if it didn't sound perfect right away. But she was really good at pushing through.
I have this thing that when I want to try something, it's like I shut my eyes and I just like sign stuff or do something and I hope to God it's going to work. And I override any logic and I just do it and I just hope for the best. And that's helped me to do a lot of cool things in my life, like just say yes and then figure out how later. And I feel like I'm definitely doing that right now. Most people, they study music for so long, they are perfect musicians, singers. And I was like, you know what? Nah.
So it feels really great to create a project with somebody like from scratch, and it's super open-ended as well. Like we truly don't know what we are writing really. So yeah, that's completely new for me.
It is my first time writing lyrics. Pretty great way to spend the evening, if I may say so myself.
So the process of writing for this kind of thing, it was quite a new approach for me, this way of doing things, because this was pretty much a person who says like, I want to get into music, I want to be, it's been my dream and I want to do this. And then we, as producers and songwriters, were like at the very beginning of the whole project. Normally you get someone who has either been on the scene for some time or has carved out some form of identity musically. For this project we had the opportunity to be with her. So the first step naturally was just finding out what she was interested in and who she was like as a person and what she would eventually become as an artist. And we quickly learned that she was not gonna do things the normal way.
Hello.
Normal there or out there?
We knew we didn't want to be safe. I know Sorelle very well and I kind of know her personality, and she's exciting and she likes to be quite out there and doesn't really want to play things safe. So that was a prerequisite going in, something we wanted to be exciting. And so then that kind of meant that like traditional pop following the trends was kind of out of the question. And then in the writing that we did back in 2021, it was kind of grunge, and so we kind of thought, this is from my recollection, we just decided to do, why don't we just do grunge? And then we also thought, why don't we do something like out there, like some hyperpop? Now hyperpop is a genre where you basically take a concept and really push it to the extreme. So if it's like shoegaze, it's fucking shoegaze. If it's like smooth, it's really smooth. So it's like we wanted to just like kind of put that in, elements like that.
In some songs we have.
Not in all of them.
Not in all of them. That's the kind of, it's just like something that we've done. So they do sound quite different, some of them.
The idea is to, when we want to go extreme, we just go extra extreme,
Taking our influence from the 90s, like bands like My Bloody Valentine, Nirvana, The Cure, things like that.
She wanted the whole thing to be kind of filthy and kind of ballsy and kind of daring. And as songwriters and producers, that's always a very fun thing to hear. And you know that you're gonna have fun with the project.
So I'm studying bands. Seems like a pretty odd thing to do perhaps, but I think taking on the artist role, it is like absorbing so many different musicians and see what their style is, how they act. I almost feel like being an artist means like reeling back the layers or maybe putting another persona on, I'm not sure, but it feels a lot more like spontaneous and not polished. It feels more raw and human. Studying music comes in so many different forms, like watching music videos, and this is what a lot of teens do, but I guess I just reversed my life. I went business, full on, trying to live somebody else's life, and now I'm just reversing that and being like, wait, I don't want to be stuck in that world, I want to be in the art world. So I'm just flipping. Whereas a lot of artists go from artistry to flip into business, I'm just going the other way.
while she may never done music before, she is a creative, and so she knows the creative process, and that was the biggest hurdle that we have to face usually when someone's coming in completely green. If they don't know the creative process, they don't know how to temper their expectations to kind of understand that you're going to need to project your own ideas of the song into the future. You hear a demo and we're grinning behind the camera or behind, just behind the screen being like, it's going to be good, honestly, and it sounds kind of crap at the start. A lot of people have to get used to that, and with Sorelle, that wasn't a problem because she's been doing her own videos, all sorts of stuff, creative projects for years, so she kind of came into it with that mentality that don't worry of how it is sounding now, have faith in the process and trust the people that you're working with, know that they're going to take it to a place where it's going to be sounding killer.
And also just not as afraid of the microphone as I initially thought she would be. Maybe the first session she was a little bit scared, just really going for it, but by the second, third session she was basically running up to the microphone like she hadn't done anything else.
As you get older, you're meant to become more established and more concrete in what you're doing and not just pull the rug from under yourself from things that were going well and were super adult. But I can't, for the love of me, I can't continue down that way. Like, there's got to be more. If I'm calling myself like a free human, that means that you're willing to sacrifice everything, put everything on the line, no matter the outcome. Like, that means freedom. You're not attached to how it's going to work out or not, because that's not their thing. You don't plan for the future. You're free. You do whatever the fuck you want. So I've got to do it. Fuck. Scariest thing I've ever done in my whole life.
So we are a trio of songwriters and producers, and we are three guys with three different sets of skills. For example, we have Tom, who is a very skilled songwriter and guitarist, and probably the most technical of us, the highest level of musicianship in the classical term. Then we have Janus, who is a absolute wizard at making things sound big, expensive, larger than life, to create that sound that it's a finished, fancy product. And then me, myself, I'm pretty good at playing keyboard, I guess.
Let's just start recording, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah!
See what we get to. That was great. Lots of great things in there.
Yeah, it's just that loop, and that it gets filtered, and it's like it's supposed to sound like it's copy pasted,
But you could do more of a fill kind of thing.
Should we punch in there and the breakdown, and then?
Yeah, that's sounding amazing.
Dang, it gets you and the puns today, Hans.
You come in the studio, become a dad. Yeah, a bit Nirvana-y kind of thing, like.
Stock.
Let me bring the kick in.
When we started writing the songs, Sorelle was abroad, and we basically thought to ourselves that we needed just to write a broad range of genres and music, just all kinds of music, basically rock, pop, even something more laid back.
So we had to write a whole lot of songs in a short period of time. This kind of project where you start out with nothing, you just have to start, get going.
So that we would have something to present to her eventually when she would arrive back to Iceland.
We just started writing, and we knew we were going to write a lot of music because we had to find something to identify her with. And we just had to start by shooting out in the air. We had nothing to go by, except for what she told us about who she is and what she wants to do.
We wrote around 25 plus songs.
And there was a whole lot of grunge, a whole lot of, you know, kind of freaky stuff, distorted stuff, dirty stuff.
We'd been working for a couple of months without contact from Sorelle. We didn't really want to show her anything. We wanted her to come into the studio completely blind, to not really know what she was going to expect.
After many months of just writing and basically guessing if Sorelle would like the music or not, we finally sat down, or she came to the studio one morning, and we had made a big playlist of all the songs. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous about it.
I have a very specific music taste. It's very weird. I like sexiness and rock music mixed together. Kind of provided this feedback a little bit, but I wasn't sure if I was clear enough of what I was providing.
We were all kind of nervous. I remember I didn't really sleep the night before. I got to the studio feeling rough, and we were waiting for Sorelle to arrive, drinking coffee and being a bit shaky, thinking like, you know, this is it. You know, this is a real filter. You know, if this doesn't go well, we've worked hella hard on this. So if this doesn't go well and she's not happy with it, then we've got a lot of work cut out for ourselves. So yeah, the nerves are quite high.
Oh my god!
So good to see you.
Welcome!
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
How are you? I'm good. And you? Good. We've basically got about 16 songs that we want to show you.
Holy fuck.
They're all kind of different stages, but these are the most far down the line that we've got. We've been shooting in all directions as well, so there's a lot that sound quite different. We've put them into a kind of order that we think works for now.
This is crazy.
We also wanted to do something that was a bit kind of crazy and like out there and like wild, because
We kind of want you to go sometimes like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, so
I have a feeling I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the guys would be able to pull it off to get me excited about the music that we were creating. Are you guys nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous. I was just saying to the guys before, like, I'm kind of shitting myself.
but it's been fun because we've just been writing.
I know, yeah.
We know kind of direction really. It's just been like today we're writing this.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so we tried to throw loads of songs down as quickly as possible, and see if we could find a style within there that kind of started through.
I think the main issue is it's all us just gibberish.
Yeah, there's no
us.
lyrics.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, I love that.
So you have to kind of just imagine a lot of it has to
Yeah.
be imagined.
Yeah. I'm nervous. What the shit?
We had also written a lot of songs with a lot of different styles in, because we knew that we wanted to be exciting. We didn't really know which direction we wanted to go down completely. So we left it open. We had like a couple of pop songs, like a kind of like an Enya style song. We had some crazy rock songs, and then some in the middle ones, knowing that like we could bring any song into the universe of, well, whatever universe we chose. We decided to like kind of take some inspiration from hyperpop and like hyper everything. So we did a bit of grunge and shoegaze, bit of like melodic stuff, but wanted to go hyper. And the idea of that is like you take the idea to the nth degree.
Honestly, I just wanted to say thank you though, as well, for doing this and creating this craziness. Whatever happens.
We knew going in that she wasn't going to like some songs, and some songs she'd like more than others. So we were still nervous though, and it was exciting.
How awkward to walk in, hear the music, and then I don't like any of it. Fucking love that. This part I love this part so much.
Yeah.
Think of it as an opener for a show. And
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
go like,
Yeah.
that's how we think about it.
Okay.
You come on stage and you're just like, you know, it's the kind of make or break thing, it's so quickly that you can see that somebody likes the music or not.
When I first heard it, there was still some nerves. There was a couple of songs I was like, I can see this. There was some doubt that it was gonna be the right thing, and if my voice would sound good on it, if it would be interesting enough, but I trusted.
It's like a a palate cleanser.
I could see you guys were pretty nervous. I wasn't that nervous. I knew it was good stuff. So, so I was just chilling, watching you guys listen.
I wasn't sure her reaction until she got to one song and she was like, this is amazing.
I love this one. This is fucking dope.
And so from then it was like, okay, great, we've done it. We can kind of move forward to the next stage. We don't have to keep writing.
I think adding a little bit of filth to them, somehow, but it's like totally
More filthy.
more filthy.
Yes. Okay. We
like that.
love to hear you say. We are.
Is that bad? Is that good?
No, we are kind of like keeping the filth a little bit under control.
Yeah, I want a little bit more filthy.
Yeah.
Cool,
alright.
great.
More like a little bit more nasty or dark or something and filthy. But I think we're on so far, especially the last one was like, that was,
Yeah.
I like the weirdness of it.
That's great because that one is like one that could go either way, like either fucking like.
But it's also one that we felt like, okay, we would really love to do more of this.
We're
hoping
It's
you're
so
gonna like that.
it's so schizophrenic. We were like, what if she hates it? We're like, this is so cool, but it's so weird.
It is so weird, and I think that's reflective of me. So it kind of makes sense. Building it from nothing into something, it takes time to refine it. And the more I've been around songs and music and the whole process, I realized that it is a case of really raw footage and really raw music, and then it progresses and it becomes something really, really awesome.
I just stepped on your heartbeat, no regrets.
We could always make this one a little bit more weird, but it's also nice to have something kind of just like.
Yeah. I fucking love. Oh my god. Okay.
It's like playing like this, like.
I think most of them were hits instead of misses, so that's good.
She told us what she connected with and what she didn't. About half of those songs were thrown in the trash, and half of them made the cut.
And so I guess the trust of it and not freaking out too soon beforehand was something that got me through, because I am in the presence of incredible musicians and I just had to take myself out of it and remove myself. So I had to surrender a lot to the whole process. Oh my god.
It just ends there. Yeah. I like it, but
Oh my
we were like,
fucking god. I love that. Holy fuck.
hey, look at kind of baller end to an album.
It was pretty high.
Ah, yeah.
Holy shit. Damn.
That's how you hit something, right? Shoot everywhere.
Oh, yeah, me as well.
What is happening right
I
now?
don't know. We're totally adults here. Like, shiny. Wait.
We're missing one.
Go on,
Where's one? Oh, they're touching your
Why are
boobies.
you so small?
Go down.
I'm trying. Hey,
Nice.
brilliant. And then we whittled it down to the 10 that we were gonna be happy with. I think it's now 12.
And then we started working on some ideas even further and actually got her in to sing a lot of them because a lot of the demos were just sung by us.
But it wasn't until we really got Sorelle on board to give her touch and her personality to the thing, both in form of her vocal delivery and in her lyrics, which she excelled at writing.
Some songs actually started working better and some didn't really work out at all. Sometimes you don't know. Once you change the voice, everything changes.
And once we got her vocals on the thing, suddenly we could see like what this whole thing was starting to look like.
Boom.
Boom, shakalaka. And it's been kind of easy because there's 3 of us. We can easily just kind of handle the workload. If this is all on me or Yanis or Sakaris, it's kind of a lot to take on, a whole project, a whole album. And you're kind of sometimes left thinking about, am I in the right place? Do I know what I'm doing?
Awkward. Why would I be awkward?
Day 2 in the Big Brother house. Tom is struggling to find words to find... No. Day 2 in the Big Brother house. Tom is struggling with Sorelle's attitude to him. He doesn't know what to do about her obsessive-compulsive space invasion.
I don't know what he's talking about. There's no problem
It seems to be worrying him.
No! Hello, my name is Sorelle Amor, and this is the 500th day locked inside with Tom. Tom and I are back in the studio today, and we're making a very cute song. So what are you putting on the screen?
I'm putting on pictures of, friends and friend times and good times, so we can have the mood, the lovely mood.
Just did a song. Very, very amazing. The purpose of this song is very like mellow and chill and very acoustic, and we're going to have this at the beginning of the album.
Yeah.
So that people think
it's an acoustic album.
That it's an acoustic album, and then we hit them with the rock songs. But it was so beautiful that it made me cry because of that noise.
Maybe we should get some female backing vocals on the last one.
Itchy hair and horrible hair.
While you do that, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
FYI, she thinks she's doing this, but this is all a joke. She's actually terrible. She's got no idea what she's doing. I don't know why I'm doing this. Obviously, I'm only joking.
She's been great working with. Even though music is quite new to her, the creative process is not new to her, right? And it's the same rules across the board when it comes to creative work. And that's when, very often when you have someone who is very, very active and very prominent in one field, in one creative field, they will very often be very good in any creative field because they know like what kind of work, like how everything starts out, how you get things going, and how like that you are gonna end up somewhere good.
You want light?
I need light. Oh God. Hello.
Hello.
This is Tom.
This is Sorelle.
This is great. So, last day before I go to LA, so we're just smashing out a few more songs. It's crazy. We're just like polishing everything off just before I go. And I'm away for 3 months.
Polishing a turd. Sorry.
I'm going home.
Yeah, she's away for 3 months, and in the meantime, we're going to press Command A and delete, and then just see what happens, write a new album.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you that. You should see what I've been saying while you've been out of the room.
Excuse me, could you say that again?
Shall I put some porn on the screen, Sorelle? It's a sexy song.
It's all about fucking. Honestly, this album is 2 things. Let me. Rock and sex. It's not bad. Is there anything else?
Sex with rocks.
To silence, feel the heat on a silver spoon.
It's really disheartening when you sing something, you're like, I sound so good, and then it's like you listen to it, you're like, that sounded like shit. But it's all part of the process, and I'm loving the process of learning this new creative skill so much. I'm having the best time being surrounded with these guys. I love it. I can see myself transforming as well from the old version of myself. When you surround yourself with different people, different environment, different skills, you can't help but that to actually affect you as a person. And I can start to see myself slowly as a musician, which is just so fun.
But now we've got the vocals, we can now work and make things like proper.
The best is the place on the rap part.
Yeah. That is a wrap on the music session for a while. Tomorrow, LA times. Holy crap! Well done to everybody involved. This is crazy. This is so fun! Wow. Hectic. I loved it. I loved every second.
Now we're gonna take the songs and really, truly finish them up. And it's always exciting when the kind of final puzzle is coming together and everything is falling into place. It's quite exciting, actually.
My confidence in singing is definitely better. I'm starting to be more okay singing in front of people, which was actually more or less a phobia of mine, to be fair. I remember the first time that I stepped up to the mic and Tom was like, hey, all right, let's sing. And I was like, what? Even though I knew I was getting into making music, I didn't expect it to happen so fast for me to start singing straight away. And it was petrifying. Yeah, but now I know that when I fuck up, there's like a mistake. It's just like a bad mistake, and there's a lot of things that can be tweaked. And again, I took myself out of it, so I don't take it so personally. It's like, I can work on it, and I'm working on my singing and developing, which is funny to be doing it again backwards, but fuck it. Boom, 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 boom. I Releasing it into the universe of the internet feels a little bit safer for me because there's somebody out there that's going to find it interesting. It's meant to be for a specific audience. So the internet will find that music, which is really cool. I'm excited about that.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Relief of what?
Not being able to share the music and to have it received by you guys the way that you are. Like, you guys are just the best.
You were depriving us.
Yes.
How selfish of you.
Cheers. That's all I wanted.
I mean that.
Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you.
Wow, Sorelle.
You could fuck to, and that was one of them.
That's it! Nailed it!
Yeah, my overall feeling about this album is like it's a new idea for us because we usually work with songwriters, or we're songwriters ourselves. We work with singers. We've never really worked with a influencer, a YouTuber who has no experience in this field. And so there were certain things that were very interesting. Like, for example, she was like, I don't really care what you do. I trust you. As long as it sounds good, you just go for it.
She was very good in giving us some freedom and just trusting us with, creating these songs.
These are all songs I really care about.
So we actually put a lot of our personality into the thing, so it's very personal to us as well.
In this, we were just left to our own devices, so it's a really cool project with two of my best friends who are also people I highly respect in the music industry. I know they're phenomenal writers, and we've just been given a blank slate to say, make something cool.
I'm excited to let people hear and maybe sometimes play it live or whatever happens, really. So
I'm super stoked about what we've done. I think it's a really cool album. I can't wait for people to hear it, and I really can't wait to play it live.
I feel we've done a pretty good thing, and I can't wait for people to check it out.
I do want to say thank you to the dudes for taking me on, because if it wasn't for their persistence, especially Tom's persistence, that there's something there, I would not have explored this. It would have been another dream that would have lasted for another 20, 40, 60 years. I probably would have taken it to the grave. I would never have done it. And this way, the process has been so fun. The journey's been so fun. Learning, getting closer to the guys, building relationships, exploring creativity in a different way makes my soul happy. So, thank you. Now it's time to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace, an all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Let's talk about the amazing features of Squarespace. Online store. Sell your products on an online store. Whether you sell physical, digital, or service products, Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling online. Appointments. Accept appointments on your Squarespace website. Offer online or in-person private sessions, workshops, and group classes. They provide everything you need to manage your schedule, accept secure payments, send automatic reminders, beautifully showcase your services, and more. Fluid Engine. With Fluid Engine, a next-generation website design system from Squarespace, it's never been easier for anyone to unlock unbreakable creativity. Start with the best-in-class website template and customize every design detail with reimagined drag-and-drop technology for desktop or mobile. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you are ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/Sorelle to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.